makeup keeps breaking and moving around? Well, here's how to stop your under eye from creasing. First of all, moisturizer is important, so don't skip it. And don't blend your foundation towards your under eyes. If you have dark circles, this is when you should color correct, but you can totally skip this step if you want. Concealer time. No matter your concealer placement, I advise you choose a concealer that's not too creamy and not too matte. This Younger Beauty concealer has the perfect balance. And let your concealer sit for a bit before you blend it out. If you start losing control of the concealer blend, do this to gain back control. Don't press your sponge too hard on your face. Okay, now for the most important part. Immediately after blending your concealer, you have to set it with powder. With the same side of the makeup sponge you've been using, blend in the powder like you did with the concealer. If you want to go brighter, bake your under eyes with a lighter shade of powder. As you've heard baking now, you're scared it will mess up, Abby. Don't worry, your makeup can never mess up with me. To avoid flashback, dust off the excess powder with a soft fluffy brush and then generously spray on setting spray. This set to go spray absorbs powder and reduces cakiness. You can also spray setting spray on the clean side of your sponge and gently tap it in under your eyes. Like this now, you said bye bye to under eye creasing wahala. But bear in mind that you're a human being and moving your eyes around all day will cause a little natural creasing. But as long as the makeup isn't moving around, you're going to stay flawless for the rest of the day. See you later. Bye.
Eyeshadow tips that I wish I knew earlier. When you're priming your eyelids, less is more. You need to use a minimum amount of concealer or eye primer, otherwise you're going to end up with a lot of creasing. When you're applying your eyeshadow, you want to pat it in first and then swipe to blend it. This ensures that you get the most colour payoff. If you don't have many makeup brushes, or you're lazy like me, just quickly wipe your brushes on a paper towel and this will get rid of any excess eyeshadow. I do this literally all the time because I'm always switching between my brushes.
If you struggle with under eye creasing, you may be making this vital mistake. Keep watching to learn how to fix it. First step, hydrate your under eyes. Second step, and the most vital, stop applying foundation under your under eyes. You can see that I stopped right here. This is the thinnest part of our face, and applying too much product can make it cake and crease. Now lightly dust the finishing powder. What do you think? What do you think? Alright besties, I have my full face on and no creasing. Try this technique, it'll change your under eye game.
Stop applying concealer like this and start applying concealer like this. Let me show you why. The main point of concealer is to bring brightness and light into your eye area. When you apply concealer like this, it's going to make your eyes look smaller. You're also going to get creasing because we naturally have lines underneath our eyes right here. By focusing the concealer only on the inner corner, you're actually avoiding all the fine lines that we have naturally here. So then you're not going to get the creasing, but you're still going to get the lightness and brightness in the eye area.
For the love of God, tell me how to get my concealer to stop clumping.
Hi, okay, so I'm just about to put my concealer on and I wanted to help you out. First of all, skin prep is really important. You want to make sure that your skin is really hydrated before you start your makeup. When placing your concealer, just place it a little bit lower rather than directly under your eyes. I actually like to use a brush to blend it out, and I'm just patting it in, but see how I'm still avoiding directly under my eye? Also, if you cream contour, you should do that before blending out your concealer. I already cream contoured. Concealer should be your last cream step before powder. Now you want to go in with loose powder. Before you go in with powder though, just make sure there's no creases under your eye. So first I press in the powder really lightly back and forth with a brush. Wherever you crease the most, take a damp beauty blender and that powder and press it in. And here's how it looks up close.
Okay, so this is what your under eyes look like, and for the love of God, you can't make them work. I've got a hack for you that I learned on pro makeup courses. First of all, we all know we can't use too full coverage, too thick, too drying concealers. Basically, if the consistency is really thick and creamy, it's probably gonna crease. We all know that, right? It's boring. What you want to do is before your color correcting and before your concealer, if you do color correct, whatever, a little bit of eyeshadow base on your finger and just tap it underneath your eye. Not too much, just a tiny bit. Now the way you apply your concealer actually matters a lot as well. You want to pick some up on a big fluffy brush and you want to tap it in with that brush in a space that you want it to be. Now if you want to even it out, you want to go in with a sponge and even it all out. Basically what this does is A, the eyeshadow base obviously prevents the creasing of anything you put on top of it, so it helps with the creasing. And B, using the brush first.
Bitch, I'm outside of some movie. Blue cheese, I swear I'm addicted to blue cheese. I gotta stick to this paper like blue sleep. Bitch, I'm by my chicken like it's a two-piece. You can have your bitch back, she a groupie. She just swallow all my kids in a two-seat. Swagged out, Familiar, we bringing them gas out. I still got some racks stuffed in the trap house. Off the 42, I'm blowing her back out. I'm back on my bullshit, spin back with a full clip. They say I'm with a ruthless, and my shooters they shooting. I won't take it, they do it. I get the breeze, then it's adios. If I'm with your trees, then she give it though. When I see police, then we gang low. That's another piece, that's another zone. Ice in the VV, now she down to get treachy. I got all this water on me like Fiji. Bitch, I'm posted up with hats and the sleazies. Smoking the Zaza, they go straight to the Mata. Then I'm up in the chopper, hitting the cha-cha. Open his plata, then he dancing my cha-cha. Smoking the Zaza, they go straight to the Mata. Then I'm up in the chopper, hitting the cha-cha. Then I'm open his plata, then he dancing my cha-cha. Whooped it, bitch, I'm outside of some movie. Blue cheese, I swear I'm addicted to blue cheese. I gotta stick to this paper like blue sleep. Bitch, I'm by my chicken like it's a two-piece. You can have your bitch back, she a groupie. She just swallow all my kids in a two-seat. Swagged out, familiar, we bringing them gas out. I still got some racks stuffed in the trap house. Off the 42, I'm blowing her back out. I'm back